Welcome to the Mind Basketball Podcast, also known as M.O.B Podcast, episode 115. I'm Evan.
I'm John.
This is our basketball podcast where we recap, break down, and analyze players and teams from the previous games from the previous day. You are so fucking fried.
Yo, I think Evan's looking for a new co-host. Yo, if anybody's available, just pull up, man.
Like, embarrassingly fried.
Hit me up on the M.O.B podcast IG and look at, man. Give me an application and let me tell you something.
Oh my goodness.
We can have you hired by next week.
Like, before I started recording, I was just laughing. It's so embarrassing.
I don't even know. I don't know what he's laughing about. I think he smoked for the first time, so he got to be high.
Don't do that.
Because what you laughing at, I don't know what you laughing at.
Listen, you a funny man. Ja, you are a funny man.
What I do?
One of the funniest people I've ever met. Hands down.
What I do? I don't even know what I did. I don't even know what I said.
Exactly.
I'm just sitting here. Just looking at
exactly. That's all you need to do. It was just funny. But how's your Sunday?
Chilling.
That's good. That's good to hear. I'm doing good as well. Not that Ja ever acts, but
I can see that you're doing well with the way you just laughing at me. Yo, I was just like, what's wrong with this nigga right now, bro? You kind of worried me there for a second. I was like, what the?
Worry you? How?
I know. I worry you all the time.
Not as much as you used to. I just stopped caring. Anyway, I hope everyone's having a good day. Everyone will have a good day. It's the last day of the weekend, so just rest up. Enjoy this podcast. Enjoy the basketball games that's happening. Speaking of the basketball games that is happening, let's talk about the basketball games from last night. Starting off with those two guys, the Dallas Mavericks up against the defending champions Los Angeles Lakers in a rematch from their Thursday game. And how this game went was pretty much, this was a good game, competitive, back and forth. The Lakers, midway in that second quarter, went on a big run, and they got out to a double-digit lead against this Mavericks team. The Lakers got out to just double-digit lead midway to the end of that second quarter. But the Mavericks were able to close the gap a little bit towards late in that second quarter, and then they really got it going in that third quarter. I mean, the Mavericks got hot in that third quarter with their three-point shooting, with their passing and their ball movement, tightened up a little bit on their defense. And at the end of the third quarter, it was tied. And the fourth quarter, it was back and forth until towards the end of that fourth quarter, in which the Mavs just took over. And the Lakers struggled offensively. They struggled guarding a pick and roll between Powell and Luka defensively. And yeah, as a result, it was the Mavericks picking up this win, getting the I think they have a tiebreaker against this Lakers team now.
Wow. What a way to bounce back. What a call a bounce back season, right? Like, comeback season. Oh man.
What do you mean bounce back? Because of how they started.
Yeah, because how they started.
Yeah.
Or you could say comeback season because of the way, they was failing and now they have come back and now they about to be the 5th seed.
Possibly. There's a little wrong to that.
Braun ain't making that happen. Trust me, he ain't making that happen.
Well, there's nothing Braun can do right now. He might just have to watch.
Yeah, but yeah, but getting on to the game, man. It was an early entertaining game. The Lakers looked like they had a lot of momentum within that first half. In terms of the way that they were flowing so well. AD had a really good game. even being on, because I believe was he still on a minutes restriction, or did they let him go this time?
I think he was on
Like,
a minute restriction.
yeah, so like for him to have balled out, it just shows you the talent that he is. Schroeder just being the conductor and stuff like that, and the team was flowing so well in that first half, man, and it looked like they could potentially take this game from the Mavericks. But again, I forgot there's a second half that has to be played, and I forgot the Mavericks, when it comes down to the second half, they are an offensive juggernaut. They find ways to always get back into their game offensively because of one man, Don Luca Corleone. Like, things that he does, his impact, the way he is, their playmaker, their leader, their creative wizard. He did they rally around him. Yeah, they rally around him and find ways to get back into the game. You just can't hate. You really honestly just cannot hate. And the fact that the Lakers went cold at the wrong moment within that closing stretch, while the Mavs gained momentum and an advantage at the right moment. So
Very professional. Great win by this Mavericks team.
I don't
Yeah,
care.
they really got it going. Wait, sir.
I said I don't care.
No, I'm talking to the viewers. I know you don't care. Please look at you. Uh,
Yo, this is yo.
um, yeah, the Mavericks really got it going late in that fourth quarter. I wanted to expand on. Yeah, that pick and roll that they did with Powell and Luca was just some seemed unstoppable. The Lakers couldn't have no answer. Powell got a lot of buckets off of those pick and rolls
Yeah,
by Luca's great passing ability and getting the ball to him. And if Luca didn't pass to him, it was Luca scoring. So yeah, they really just rode that wave to the end of the game.
well, yeah. When it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yep, Lakers can't guard a pick and roll.
Hey, at least it's a pick and roll and not a parked car. You know.
True. But at the end of the day, Mavericks do pick up the win. They are now a game and a half back behind the Lakers for that fifth seed. And I believe they are a game ahead of the Blazers.
Yeah, man. Oregon, you need to pick it up. You need to pick it up.
The Blazers don't they literally have not been in that playing game tournament for like months. And now they have not been playing great basketball, and the Mavericks has been playing good enough
Yeah.
to the point where they are passing the Blazers. They have passed the Blazers.
Crazy.
Absolutely crazy. But all right. On to the first game of the day, which was the 1 o'clock game. The Toronto Raptors, led by those two guys, going up against the New York Knicks, the red hot New York Knicks, 8-game winning streak. New York Knicks. And yeah, Raptors were fighting for a playing game. So that means that they was gonna come out and ball and play hard. And that's what they did. They came out, they had energy. The
Yeah.
Knicks also had energy, also came out, and this was a competitive game. Um, I think the Knicks tried to anytime they tried to get out to a big lead or try to expand their lead, the Raptors would always stay within range,
Yeah, they
stay
always had
close
an
enough.
answer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
stay within striking distance. And that's how it really went up until I want to say that fourth quarter. I want to say midway midway to that fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Um, after the Raptors cut the lead within single digits when it was 103 to 110,
Mm-hmm.
Knicks just closed this out late.
Yeah, man. Man, the Knicks have it Something's been brewing here in New York, man. I think it's just like
Hey,
all the everything that just happened in before the season and everything, in which like before before 2 seasons ago, like with KD and Kyrie coming, the buzz stirred up. Now it gave the Knicks some newfound confidence. Then they add on a great coaching thing.
Tom Thibodeau.
Tom Thibodeau, I think I forgot his name for a second. And they build up a different kind of culture there, man. And like as a result, now you see it, both New York teams doing great, but yet the Knicks are the surprise here. They are the surprise. A team with a bad culture, a toxic culture, a toxic what they call it, GM, owner, owner, uh haven't been to the playoffs since 2013, 2014.
2013, 2012, 2013 season.
Embarrassing. And like they needed hope, and they're starting to gain hope now. And like a new decade, even though the decade hasn't really started off well, a new decade, new Knicks. Like, you know what I mean? That's a bright story here. Like, when things are going bad out in the outside world, you just need the Knicks to come and brighten up your day, I guess.
I'm just gonna skip over that. Oh yeah, the Knicks have been playing great. Now a 9-game winning streak. They are the hottest team in basketball. Tom Thibodeau has them playing at an excellent way, having playing great defense, and it is alluding to their offense. Julius Randle has been on an absolute tear. He's been a monster.
Mm-hmm.
He's been an absolute monster. RJ Barrett has been stepping up more than he already has this season. The Knicks had good contributions from Reggie Bullock, who's been a good 3-point shooter from them this entire year. D Rose, who's been great for them. And this team, it's just everybody. Everybody's just really cultivating around them. The chemistry is there. The coaching is there. The players are there. The fans are there. Everybody's loving to see the Knicks back to being good.
Well, yeah, and I'll tell you why, because everybody knows their role. No, this is a team with when you truly honestly look at it, it's a mixture of vets and young guys, but yet there's no true egos on this team. Everybody knows their role. They play to their best of their abilities, and they if they win, that's great. If they lose, they go home and tell the other opposing team that they were the better team, and they work on it for the next time. You talk about Randall, who obviously knows that they are their star, that he is their star. Sorry, put that in wrong words. What?
He is their star. What the fuck?
I worded it incorrectly, so I had to fix myself. Um, you talk about RJ Barrett, who could be there, who's their number 2 scorer, who could be who has the potential to be a star also on himself. You talk about quickly the like the out of nowhere rookie, like I haven't really heard much about quickly before until he joined the Knicks, so that was a great thing.
Only a few people.
Only a few people, but like Nerlens the what? Like I could go on and on. Nerlens the which Mitchell Robinson, who's our injury,
Taj Gibson.
Like it's just so much. They all know their role and they all play the style that Tom Thibodeau wants to play, which is a hard-nosed, gritty, blue-collared or whatever, white-collared kind of defense that fits the culture.
Yeah, it's kind of a breath of fresh air the way the Knicks play compared to how everybody else plays. They play so different.
Yeah, they think it's the 1990s. Far away from that time.
Well, playing like that has been giving them wins. So, say if they ain't broke, don't fix it. Great win by this Knicks team, like I said, now currently on a 9-game winning streak.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next game of that doubleheader early in the day, the 3:30 game. The Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Milwaukee Bucks. Unfortunately for the Sixers, no Simmons and no Embiid. So, yeah. But nonetheless, Sixers tried. They battled. They fought. In that first half, the Bucks had the lead, but it wasn't a blowout lead in that first half. It was just a comfortable double-digit lead, a 10-point lead. And then the third quarter hit.
Yeah, so you're basically about to say that, it was a double-digit lead that foreshadowed the fact that they were going to get blown out for the rest of the game. That's what you're saying.
The third quarter hit, and the Bucks dominated. And then the fourth quarter hit, and the Bucks dominated even more. And then the game was over.
Well, that's the end for that story. Next.
Yeah, this is just flat out domination in that second half by the Milwaukee Bucks. My goodness. I mean, it's just like with the flash, with the blink of the eye. Man, it was ridiculous the run that the Bucks had in that third quarter.
Well, you remember the saying that I used to always say that you used to get said about it. Said about, hey man, when you wounded, you gotta kill the wounded when they have no chance of survival. Jesus. Look.
Why are you bringing this quote back?
Look at
this is not a good quote. It's not gonna be written in the history books.
Bro, just listen to me. Listen. Look at no Joel, no Simmons. Like the Bucks had to take advantage of this. This only comes once in a lifetime, man. Let me stop. Let me not.
Once in a lifetime. Could have just said like 3 years ago. You mean once in a lifetime?
Yeah, let me stop chatting when I said once in a lifetime. But yeah, like you're not gonna probably have an instance in which, like, all right, let me not say that because this is a different time. But the Bucks knew that they had to take advantage. No Embiid, no Simmons. Like, you know what I mean? The Sixers, as good of talent that they got around them, still with Harris, Shake Milton, Matisse, and all those guys. They don't really have much life without Embiid or Simmons playing, orchestrating the team in some kind of way, of being the integral part.
It's not like I don't know if it's not like life, but they were going up against the Milwaukee Bucks without their two best players. I mean, they was kind of destined to lose this game.
Yes, they were.
So I can't really fault them for losing this game without Simmons, without Embiid, going up against Giannis and the Milwaukee Bucks, who have been playing great.
Yep.
So yeah, that's really all there is to say. The Bucks take the win. Let's check the seedings with the Bucks win. The Sixers now fall a game behind the Nets, and the Bucks are now a game and a half behind the Sixers, closing in on that second seed. It's getting close. It's getting close between the top three in the East.
Yeah. And as they get close, you know what gets dimmer? Your hot take. The fire is running out. The fire is running out. They extinguishing it. What you gonna do about it, Ev? You better change it up. You better switch up a new hot take now.
Listen. Give it time. Give it time. You're too happy right now. Things can fluctuate right now.
You're right.
Let it develop.
Hey man, I'm gonna lay off. You're right. I'm gonna lay off.
All right. Heat in 7. Relax. I'm still a believer. I still believe that it can happen. First, we got to get there.
Yeah, Heat in 7, all right? Against the Bucks.
We will see. All right. Other games around the association. Anything that you'd like to go over first?
First game I'll talk about is the Wolves versus Jazz, and man, the Jazz had an early start.
Why are we talking about this game?
Because it was not no blowout.
Oh,
That's what people
really?
wish that like number one seeded Jazz, like the top record in the league. And you think that what does the Timberwolves, a non-playoff team, a non-playing game team, who hasn't been
Yep.
healthy all season, who has the second worst record in the league, I believe, or in the West
Yep.
for sure, right behind Houston, right in front of Houston.
Yep.
They
Keep
have
going.
no chance. They have no chance. Well, yeah. D'Angelo Russell, Anthony Edwards, and current Anthony Towns has something to say about that. Let me tell you that right now. The Jazz had the first quarter early lead, early start, and then all of a sudden, D'Lo start making buckets. Then Cat start making buckets,
Hmm.
and most importantly, a potential rookie of the year, Anthony Edwards starts making buckets.
Yeah.
And then you see the Jazz, that lead that they had, just squander, go down, go down, go down, go down, go down. And as a result, you saw start to see the Wolves just go up, go up, go up, go up, go up. And then it became a ball game. It became a ball game. Within that third and that fourth quarter, they were dueling it out. But man, Anthony Edwards cannot be stopped. Anthony Edwards balled the hell out in this game. It started off for Russell. It went on to Cat, and then it just ended with Edwards being the primary ball handler, getting straight buckets. And the Jazz, even though they try to rally back, and they did rally back within those last minutes of the fourth quarter. Like those last 4 minutes whatsoever, it it, it the Wolves once again have a lot of fight in their heart. Was able to pull out an upset win against this number one seeded Jazz team.
Yes. Wow. What a win by the Timberwolves. Even though obviously Donovan Mitchell hasn't been playing, but I don't think they need Donovan Mitchell to beat the Timberwolves, or I didn't think they needed him. But yeah, Anthony Edwards, D'Angelo Russell, and Karl Anthony Towns has really been balling when they have been playing together ever since D'Lo came back from injury.
Well, dang, you damn right about that. I'll tell you that for a fact. Well, we know who D'Angelo is. We know who Cat is, and we
We're
know
seeing who Anthony Edwards is.
we're starting to see who Anthony Edwards is, and he's blowing up on the scene really quick. Oh shoot! Okay, I just realized that picture. But yeah, man,
Or Watanabe.
I'm telling you, just make them be healthy. They could have the potential to make some noise. Probably a playing game noise in the future if there ever is another playing game, or probably like the ninth seed, but they have the potential to make some noise. You know what I mean?
Yep. Nah, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. All right. Next game.
The next game I'd like to talk about real quick. The second of the game I will be talking about is the Bulls versus the Heat. And man, the Heat had it going for all three quarters. Through all three quarters, the Heat had it going. The Bulls truly had no kind of answer. Don't get me wrong, they were still playing well. They just didn't have no answer. The Heat went out to a big lead and they contained it. But I said just for the three quarters.
Yep.
The fourth quarter hit, and the Bulls made a run. The Bulls made a run. You talk about Vucevic, you talk about Kobe White, you talk about Markin, and all those guys start to find a rhythm within that fourth quarter, and you start to see which looked like a blowout lead. You start to see Bulls start to make it a game, and they came up, but then yet, Jimmy Butler, their best player and their closer, was able to come through. And don't get me wrong, Bam had a good game. Bam was dominated throughout those three quarters. Obviously, hit the what they call it? Ugh, shoot, the the pass to Duncan Robinson. I forgot what they call it. In which he just passed it right to Duncan Robinson straight on
Chest
three.
pass?
No, not like a chest pass. Like he would live like a handoff. Oh yeah, the handoff three. The handoff three. There we go.
Oh.
Handoff three. The pick handoff three. Him and Duncan Robinson had the connection going. Had it going throughout the whole game. That's one of their bread and butters. But Yeah, the Heat was able to survive after nearly blowing this lead. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the Heat needs these games. So it was good for them to pick up the win. The Bulls need these games, so that was bad for them to lose this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the end, Heat survived the Bulls. And lastly,
but not least, the Spurs versus the Pelicans. And man, oh man, my idol. Oh, my
Lonzo
favorite.
Ball.
Stop. Stop it. See, we gotta cut that out. You see, now I gotta cut that out. You see
Why
that?
you have to cut that out? What you mean that's your idol?
No, that's not.
Oh no,
Don't disrespect. Don't disrespect. USC legend, Compton legend,
the Mellow Ball.
Stop. Canadian legend.
Andrew
No,
Wiggins.
no, stop. That's embarrassing. That's disrespectful, man. DeMar DeRozan, and man, he was balling. He was straight balling, straight up cooking these Pelicans team. Nobody could contain him from mid range, handling the ball, getting to the basket, drawing fouls, creating his own shot. DeMar DeRozan had it going. He had it going all night, and the Spurs had it going all night. They had the lead for majority of the game, and then halfway through that third quarter, the Pelicans started to make their run, and all due to a guy who you just named, Lonzo Ball.
Lonzo.
Lonzo Ball and the Pelicans, they ramped up their defense a little bit. They started to get more into transition. Their style, the thing that they like to play, that more up high tempo, fast pace. And as a result, they eventually tied the game. Lonzo, I like looking at this new. I'm not gonna lie, I like looking at this new Lonzo, the new play kind of Lonzo he got to his game and stuff and everything. Things he has added on because he looks more fun to watch. But yeah, the Pelicans made it a game, and then it came down to the fourth. But once again, Spurs were able to take it because you know why? Say it with me. My idol, Compton legend.
DeJounte.
Stop. Yes, DeJounte Murray closed out the line, but come on. DeMar DeRozan was being the clutch closer that we know he could be in that fourth quarter. He was just balling, just straight up balling. He was killing them in the fourth quarter, man. Getting buckets, even got an N1 on Zion. What you got to say about that? Yo, come on. Even Lonzo can't get an N1 on Zion.
Well, yeah, because they play for the same team.
Well, in practice, he couldn't.
You watch their practices? You got inside info? Come on, man. Stop that. Yes, DeMar DeRozan closing out the game. Yes, he had a great performance against this Pelicans team in a much needed win for the Spurs team. This was a win. This was a game that both teams needed. The Pelicans just have even a sliver of chance to hope to get into the playing game. Is just dying fast. And the Spurs, that win, they overtake the Warriors. Spurs are now the 9th seed.
Yeah.
That'll be big in terms of home court for that game, for that one game in the playing.
Let me tell you something. You could have home court. Let me tell you something. You can't go against Curry. That luck will never run out.
Well, maybe the Spurs can use a little bit of luck.
Oh yeah, they got Greg Popovich who could give them some luck, but yeah. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Hey. They got no chance. Whoever they go against, they got no chance. I'm sorry.
We'll see.
No, they got no chance. No, there's no we'll see. They got no chance.
Anything can happen. Anything's possible. Ain't that right, KG?
Well, Golden State, we believe 07. Yeah, we saw that. And we about to see another Golden State, we believe, with their MVP Curry.
So you're telling me Golden State beating the Jazz in the first round? That's what you're saying.
I'm talking about in the playing game situation.
I know Davis dunked on Karolinko, but what happened in that series?
All right, calm down.
It was funny. That's the only thing people remember about that series. They don't remember outcome. You remember the Baron Davis dunk on AK-47?
Yeah. Wait, they won. The Jazz won that series in 6, right?
I believe so, and that was the last time they went to the Western Conference Finals, or to obviously the Conference Finals.
Embarrassing.
Yep. But all right, quick news update on Will Barnes' injury. He will be out for the foreseeable future, unfortunately, on a hamstring. Another big hit for the Nuggets team. Sad to see, especially for him. He's been playing well this season. He's been a big portion of the Nuggets offense.
Yeah.
So yeah, that just sucks for him and the Nuggets equally.
Yeah, man, it's tough. Like, you know what I mean? This Nuggets team, I don't think, you can never expect injury to happen to anybody on the team, even though it is inevitable. Somebody's going to suffer injury. You just don't know when it's going to come and how severe and what the impact could be from when it does happen.
Yeah.
And the Nuggets need who they all got, man, because, again, they lost Jamal Murray. And that's a big piece of your team. That's a really big piece of your team. So, but yet, you looking like you're fine. You got Will Barton. You still got Michael Porter. You just added Aaron Gordon. That's good. But then this happened. It's just like I'm not saying that their chances decrease, but I'm not going to say that their chances are slim. But they need those guys. Those are important pieces to your playoff team come postseason time.
No, yeah. I agree, and that's a hit for them.
Yeah.
But maybe Will Barton can get back in the nick of time for the playoffs, because Murray's out for the rest of the season. Maybe Will Barton can get back soon.
Yeah.
So hopefully. But all right, now on to the predictions for tonight's set of games. Pretty short lineup, but should be interesting. First, starting off with the 1:00 game, primetime game, ESPN, the Boston Celtics going up against the Charlotte Hornets.
Boston.
Now we're starting to get into these games where like every game is a big game.
Yep.
Next up, doubleheader on ESPN, 3:30. Right after that, the Phoenix Suns going up against the Brooklyn Nets. Phoenix as well. The Grizzlies going up against the Trailblazers. Trailblazers are going to get that win that they wanted from a few nights ago against this Grizzlies team.
Those guys in the back are tight. But I'm going to have some faith. I'm going to pick them. Are they going to win are they going to win or disappoint me? They probably going to disappoint me, but hey.
We'll see. I got the Blazers as well. Cavs going against the Wizards. Wizards, red hot Wizards. Second hottest team in the league. The next primetime game, which we won't be recovering because we are doing the ESPN ones, not the NBA TV ones, but nonetheless, unless it's a good game though. The NBA TV, 7:30, Milwaukee Bucks going up against the Atlanta Hawks. This actually is a big game.
Yeah, I got Milwaukee though.
I have Milwaukee, and same as you, Milwaukee. The Pacers going up against the Magic. Pacers. And lastly, NBA TV, 10 o'clock. The Kings going up against the Warriors.
Yeah, we already know who's going to win that one.
Yep, the Warriors. All right. I think it's time to wrap things up. Any final thoughts?
No. I did have a final thought, but I forgot it. It left my mind.
Was it about a specific player or team?
I believe it was about a specific player and his impact towards the team, but yep, I forgot.
DeRozan?
No, it wasn't going to be about DeRozan. Even though I love DeRozan, I love talking about DeRozan whenever I get the opportunity to. Like,
Will Barton? Jamal Murray?
No, not with Jamal Murray.
You?
It was supposed to be. I think it was supposed to be. I forgot. I think it was supposed to be somebody from the Knicks.
Julius Randle, RJ.
Oh, Reggie. Alec Burks. There we go.
Alec Burks, who hasn't been playing because of the protocols, but yeah, he's been a good portion of that team too.
Yep.
That's what you got to say.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, because I forgot to highlight him. I was like, oh yeah, Alex Burks, a key member of that team offensively. He's the one who could come up and give you buckets when needed.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yep. But it's fun to see the Knicks playing basketball at a high rate, winning games. The Knicks are back, and it did not cost anything
Well,
except
hey,
for the Yankees.
hey, don't get. Hey man, don't go over your head. Y'all still suck. All right, go on.
What?
I ended there.
Listen, we're not gonna end that there.
Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Make sure you like, share, subscribe.
You are in a Bronx house. You are in a New York City house saying the Knicks suck while they're on a 9-game winning streak. It's not the time. It's not the time.
Be humble. Like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah. Be humble.
Like, share, and subscribe, please. We're
not ending like that. Knicks basketball is back. New York, rise up. We back.
Well, I'm from New Jersey, so I can't really say much. But yeah,
I told you before. It wasn't funny the first time. It's not gonna be funny now.
Well, that's hilarious to me. We're going.
All right. Anything else?
No.
Let's get into that time. About 12, 13 games left in the season. It's about to go down. We'll see what happens for the remainder month or less than a month now. The rest of the season.
Well, the dude in the back, his team is tight because they're not going anywhere. But
all right, let's not stall any longer. Thank you guys for watching today's podcast. Make sure to tune in to tomorrow's podcast. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
Also follow our G and our TikTok down in the description below.
He's gonna choose to drink water while I'm okay. And once again,
sorry.
I'm Evan.
I'm Ja.
And this was the Mind of Basketball podcast.